2025. What an interesting year for rap, especially female rap music. Billboard just dropped the 10 hottest female rappers of 2025, and honestly, this list kind of took me by surprise. From viral hits to major tours and business moves, it feels like the theme this year is all about promoting the newest girls on the block. And I want to talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's with it? I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. So this is Billboard's second annual hottest female rappers list. Last year, the vibe was basically like, who's popping right now? You had Cardi chilling at number 10, Glorilla, Megan, and Nicki holding down the big three, and of course, Glow snatching that number 1 spot. And honestly, it looks like they're going for that same energy this year. Half the list is about the young, viral, turned-up stars, and the other half is shining a spotlight on the women who are already established, running the game both on the mic and in business. Starting with number 10, Ice Spice. Everyone's fave Bronx baddie had a pretty quiet first half of 2025 after the debut that was Y2K. But I feel like she tried to come back swinging in quarter 4 with Baddie Baddie, a high fashion hype video with all the supermodels. And while Baddie Baddie and Pretty Privilege was a great way to kick off a new era, her collaboration with Lotto caused quite the commotion. From the WWE soft corn music video to the appearances with her former op on stream and the VMAs, it was enough to break the internet, but it felt like the song didn't have that much of a lasting impression. Beyond music, she had fashion, film, and international shows, and as usual, Ice Spice is proof that going forward, influence and popularity can push your career way more than a viral track. Unless we're talking about SpongeBob, Big Guy, Pants, okay? On to number 9, monaleo, an artist I feel like has flown under the radar for so long, which is why it's crazy to me that a lot of people's introduction to her music was her live-streamed wedding to rapper Stunna 4 Vegas this year, which alone was a black pop culture moment. Pink wedding me please. The girls were just so Houston. She did the smartest thing ever following tying the knot, dropped her project Who Did the Body, a cross between a memorial for fallen loved ones, an ode to her studying mortuary science before the fame, and an all-around funny black phrase. The project has standouts like Sexy Soul Line and the super catchy Putting You Down. I mean, even Youngboy hopped on the remix. The guy's over here begging for a top feature and he just giving it out to the girls. Period. She closed the year holding her own on Summer Walker's collab Baller, but I think monaleo could have been a little bit higher on this list if things like musical consistency and lyricism were a part of the criteria. But she is owning her own narrative and she's in her own lane. And without a major label push, I think she's still doing significantly well in the female rap space. Coming in at 8, we have Pluto from Atlanta. If there was a city that really turned up this year with female rap, it's definitely ATL. Now, we all know Pluto teamed up with YK Nice for Whim Whammy, a ratchet summer anthem that charted on the Hot 100. Her project, Pluto World, featured big names like Youngboy and Quavo. But you already know I still stand by the fact that her and YK Nice would have been a driving force if they would have just stuck it out a little bit longer together. Fumbling that Lotto feature for Sexy Red was but I'ma let it go, because regardless, I think that Pluto was one of many sparks of rising female artists making music just turned up and fun again. I'm actually surprised that she made this list, but her spot kind of fits. She blew up this year, so I'm interested to see what she does next. Number 7, how fitting is Atlanta's own Lotto. Now, I feel like Lotto did a pretty good job at keeping the momentum after Sugar Honey Iced Tea, with partnerships with Duce, Apple Bottoms, as well as a couple of features. early 2025, she finally dropped that remix of Blixum with Playboy Cardi, which was originally rumored to be on her project. And then her Grammy-nominated single Somebody became a little viral summer hit. Her major highlights of the year were the collabs with Ice Spice, Summer Walker, and the strip club anthem Everybody with Cardi B. Now, we definitely need a music video for the latter, and we need her to pop out at one of Cardi's shows, likely ATL. Number 7 kind of fits for her, and I'm curious what her new project will give. At 6, we have the Houston hottie Megan Thee Stallion. Listen, so much going on with her this year. She came off of her self-titled album, a blockbuster headlining tour, the whole crazy Coachella performance. 2025, she just had everyone talking, especially when it came to her personal life. I feel like her career is finally starting to feel more well-rounded. Her latest single, Lover Girl, proves that she might just be pivoting from Tina Snow to Meg in her soft girl era. But still Megan, right? Confident, bossed up, and letting her new relationship inspire her music, even if it did get mixed reviews. And then she's out here being an entrepreneur with her new tequila brand. A bit surprised that she isn't higher on the list. At 5 and 4, we have 2 more ATL breakout girlies, Bunna and YK Niece, which is great as they have been collaborators on their rise. Bunna crashed the scene with her whole Bunna Summer, which gave me Gucci Mane inspired vibes. And then she kept it rolling with collabs like In It with YK Niece, and she also had a song with Cash Cobain. Plus, I love the whole ice cream girl vibe. It's so fun. And then we have YK Niece at 4. She kicked off 2025 with Whim Whammy alongside Pluto, but she really blew up the summer with that whole Metro Boomin' Take Me Through there, which is wild as everyone was making fun of that project, and boom, her verse on the track contributed to it blowing up. Her and Pluto went separate ways and kind of remain cordial. Many people are starting to feel like she might just pass her up. But both her and Bunna fit well here and might just usher in a new, young, fun wave of artists. Now we made it to the big 3. Glorilla, Doechii, and Cardi B at numero uno. Now let's start with Memphis' finest. Number 3. I feel like Glorilla had a monster year. 3 2026 Grammy nods, hits like TGIF and Sticky were still going crazy. Her Glorious album peaking at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and the Glorious Tour. But I'ma keep it real. I was this close to having glow fatigue. No shade. After that Yeah Glow comeback, we were seeing her a lot. The question is, in 2026, will she be balancing turn-up hits with romantic tracks or just overall switching up the vibe? Listen, I hope so. If not, partnerships and those Sheen checks will still keep the baddies interested. I don't know how I feel about her being number 3, but if we're talking about 2025 visibility and impact, sure, why not? Doechii at number 2 is interesting, especially when you remember that still without a full debut album, she has totally dominated the scene this and last year. Grammys, Billboard Women in Music, BET, VMAs, everything was just stacked. TikTok pushed Anxiety to the Hot 100 Top 10, and she hit the road with her Live from the Swamp tour. Kendrick Lamar called her the hardest out, and the streets called her an industry plant. So honestly, we'll just have to see if she's still considered number 2 after her debut. And at number 1, the Trap Selena Cardi B. After 7, nearly 8 years between albums, she came back with Am I the Drama, hitting number 1 and reminding the world that she will always be relevant. I mean, her wag energy with Stefon Diggs feels like a saving grace from her fragile op ex-husband, but I prefer the album drama over her real life mess. I feel like the project showed her evolution, balancing being a wife, mother, mogul, rapper, and making time for new love. And now I hear talks of potentially a new album in the new year. And now that I see she's getting performance ready, I might just have to pop out at the tour. What y'all think? Now, I'm going to say the obvious. I'm sure people were expecting a few others in that spot, but her album rollout alone was a whole social media music moment. So I'm not surprised. So what's the takeaway? Let's see. Probably that 2025 has given us the new blueprint for female rap. And we're going to see the girls going in two different directions. Now, the newer artists are going to be aiming to go viral while dominating digital spaces. And the other half, they're going all in on getting established, running businesses, having successful tours, and maybe stepping into something softer, okay? The rebrands are real. But y'all know me, I gotta ask, how do you feel about this list? Especially the top 3. And who's missing? Like, no Nicki, no Doja, no JT. What's T? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.